We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Ty. Ty has a basement room stripped down to the studs. He finished. The finished room will be 19 by 12 by 8. I'm sorry, by 8.5 feet tall. The seating will be just 2 recliners, and his current plan is to have them 2 feet from the back wall. Really?
In a 19-foot long room, yeah.
Really?
I'm confused by that too.
That,
we'll take it at face value at first.
Maybe he's gonna sit on the 12-foot side, like it's gonna be 19 feet wide and 12 feet from him to screen.
Maybe
could that be it?
It could be. I mean, he
that
described
makes more
it as,
sense.
Or I don't know. I don't have the email right in front of me, so maybe he was saying 19 feet wide and 12 feet long. I read it as 19
read
feet
this
long,
question like 5
12
times.
feet
I was
wide,
like,
yeah,
2 feet off the back wall. Are you sure? I was thinking he was gonna say like something like 12 feet off the front wall or something like that, which would make a little bit more sense.
Yeah. So
anyways, he has a pair of Martin Logan Motion 40 tower front speakers with a Motion 30 center. Mm-hmm. He has an HSU ULS 15 Mark II subwoofer with plans to add a second. All right. So these Martin Logans are the ones with the folded ribbon tweeters.
Yes.
They're more normal looking speakers. So just think of them as big black boxes that are really super expensive. He wants to know what Atmos speaker layout he should go for. 7.2.4, 5.2.4, 7.2.2, blah, 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 blah. What do we suggest? We suggest that you don't sit 2 feet off the back wall.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that we suggest. We suggest you move your chairs in so they are a third of the way into the room off of the back wall. Sort of like as a general guideline. And 2 feet ain't it, dude.
So you can have roughly 12.5 feet in front of you, roughly 6 feet behind you.
Yes.
Or 8 feet behind you, you could even have. But yeah, you could have roughly 6 feet behind you, 12.5 feet in front of you or so, assuming there's some depth to your head, and I figure there is.
Now, if you're going to go with let's just answer the question as asked.
Right.
2 feet off the back wall.
Yeah. Surround
back speakers are completely and totally out. You cannot have them. You have no room. Okay. You could go with 5.2.4. So you would have top middles and front heights.
Sure.
Right? And I think that's what you would have.
Yep. Yeah,
but
I agree with that.
You cannot have speakers behind you.
Yeah, I mean he's saying it's strictly going to be 2 recliners, so that's why. I mean, if it's 12 feet wide, that's totally wide enough for 2 recliners. If it's 19 feet wide and only 2 recliners, none of this completely makes sense. I don't know, Ty. Maybe you can explain it to us, but we're assuming
maybe a walkway, maybe something. We don't know.
Yeah, so I can't figure out why you would be 17 feet away from your front wall.
Your pit, no matter what, if that whole wall is a screen, it's going to look too small.
Even if the whole wall is a screen, it seems small.
It's too small. It's going to be too small.
Unless he's putting in like a big old false wall, and that's going to be like 3 feet deep. Even then, you're still like 14 feet away from. It's
still too small.
We can't quite figure this out. Ty. What I would do in a room that has dimensions of 19 by 12 is I'd sit about 12 feet from that front wall. And I would have a 7.2.4 system.
Yes.
So that's what I would do, Ty. But if there is, and there could be a completely valid reason why you have to be only 2 feet off the back wall. If that's the case, then I would go 5.2.4. So to answer the question directly, that's what I would do.
Yeah. If you do move yourself into the room, 7.2.4, you can go with surround backs. You could go with top middles and with front heights, or you can go with
top fronts, top rears, as you
fronts,
would.
top rears, either way.
Yeah.
So you have more options that way. If there's a reason why you want to sit 2 feet off the back wall, feel free to do so. You have your answer. But if you don't, then if you don't have a good reason, then maybe you can consider doing what we said. Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.